What if you should Timmy's here? Now here is my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turns 10 and 20 this week. Right. The films that are celebrating its 10th anniversary. Oh boy, we got Rise of the Guardians, which tells a story about of pretty much which tells the film the story about how about Guardians, Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, and the Sandman who enlist Jack Frost to help stop the evil choose stop this evil from infiltrating the world's darkest in a fight for the dreams and all. And it's really funny. You of course have Alec Baldwin who does the voice of Santa Claus, Chris Pine. I believe Hugh Jackman actually did the voice of the Easter Bunny. He was great. This is pretty much an anime film that doesn't really get talked about as much, but it is really fun. I mean, I remember seeing this one of the years back in 2012. Really a fun time to check out. All right, we also got Life of Pi, which is based on a book and was directed by Ang Lee, and tells the story. And the story revolves around like two survivors of a shipwreck. One is the 60-year-old Indian boy named Pai Patel, who's played by Sharaj Sharma, and he had a really cool career. He was in Happy Death Day to You. He was just in the How I Met Your Mother spin-off series. God Friend Me, he was really cool. And I mean, he came a long way since Life of Pi. And of course, here, his like companion is this Bengal tiger named Richard, and the visuals of this thing, which sadly the visual company behind this went out of business and stuff like that. But man, the visual in this is stunning. I believe actually won Ang Lee his. I believe Ang Lee won his second Oscar for this. It was a intriguing, visually stunning. If you guys have not seen Life of Pi, do yourself a favor, go check it out. It is a really fantastic film worth checking out. We also got the Red Dawn remake, which of course had Chris Hemsworth, Josh Peck, Josh Hutcherson, and of course, this is the remake of the Patrick Swayze, Charlie Sheen classic. And centers on a group of young people who defend their hometown from a North Korean invasion. Now, I'm one of the rare folks who does not mind the Red Dawn remake. I mean, it's nowhere near as good as the original Patrick Swayze film or anything like that. But I had a fun time with it. And of course, and believe it or not, just like Cabin in the Woods, which got released the same year, this movie also was on the back burner and was pretty much shot before Chris Hemsworth got the role of Thor. So yeah, I think because of how success Thor was, and even the Avengers, they were like, okay, we gotta release more Chris Hemsworth movies because they might actually make something dope. But yeah, this did not really make much dough at the box office. So yeah, this just came and went. I mean, hey, just shows you because Chris Hemsworth is in your movie where he's not Thor does not mean bona fide success. So yeah, but. That's it wasn't so bad in my opinion. I mean, nowhere near as good as the original, but I had a fun time with it. Now, my favorite film on this list that turns 10, we got Hitchcock. Now, this is pretty much a story about the making of Psycho. Of course, you have Anthony Hopkins as the role of Alfred Hitchcock, and it tells the story of the relationship between Alfred Hitchcock and his wife Alma Reville during the filming of Psycho. You got Helen Mirren as the role of Alma. You got Scarlett Johansson, Jessica Biel, Ralph Macchio was in this. Michael Wincott, from The Crow fame, does such a great job at playing Ed Gein. This movie it's so underrated, but man, it is really intriguing. I mean, I'm always a sucker for movies about the creation of movies, whether it's most recent. It's not a movie, but a show most recent, The Offer, I really enjoy. Say Mr. Banks was a good one. And Hitchcock is really intriguing. I mean, Anthony Hopkins, I gotta say, was a perfect Alfred Hitchcock. Like, he really embodied Alfred Hitchcock perfectly. I mean, it's literally like here, Anthony Hopkins does not even look like Hopkins. He really looked like Hitchcock, and I thought it was brilliant casting. How did Anthony Hopkins not get an Oscar nomination for this is beyond me, but I believe Helen Mirren got one. I gotta double check that. But really terrific film, you guys. I'm saying that. All right, now films turning 20, we got Die Another Day, which of course was Pierce Brosnan's final Bond movie. And this movie gets a lot of flat and stuff like that, but I didn't mind it. I thought this was a really decent Bond film. Pierce Brosnan was a terrific Bond. Come on. Who not love Halle Berry in this? Who doesn't love Halle Berry in general? Like, that woman just doesn't age at all. Rosamund Pike, of course, was great in this. I mean, I had a fun time with this. It's not a great film, but it is entertaining. It is fun to watch. Pierce Brosnan and Halle Berry together is terrific. So, not a bad one here. We also got Friday After Next, which of course was the final Friday movie, starring Ice Cube and Mike Epps, which of course took place on Christmas time. So there's that. Now I'm still hoping we get another Friday movie like Ice Cube has been talking about, but never really came to fruition. I mean, maybe it's a little like hard to do without John Winters around, but I will still love to see another Friday movie if they make one. I mean, I know others been like talking about Chris Tucker possibly returning and all. We'll love to see Chris Tucker back for either Friday 4 or Rush Hour 4, but I wonder which one he'll actually return to first. We'll like comment below. Do you think Chris Tucker will do Rush Hour 4 first or Friday 4? Comment below there. But that aside, yeah, Friday After Next, of course, did not have Chris Tucker in it. It had Mike Epps, but Ice Cube and Mike Epps were still really decent. So, yeah, this is a really decent, like, dirty stomach, a really cool, a cool way to end this franchise until we get a fourth one, but I don't know. So, yeah, if you guys have, so yeah, Friday After Next is a really good one. All right, we also got the the Quiet America, which of course has Michael Caine, Brendan Fraser. And it's about an old British reporter vies with a young U.S. doctor for the affection of a beautiful Vietnamese woman. Now, of course, Brendan Fraser is pretty much having a bang year. Of course, he might get an Oscar nomination for The Whale. Quiet American is a really good one. I mean, with movies like this and even Gods and Monsters, really show how great of an actor Brendan Fraser is. Like, he was also great in Crash. I mean, yeah, Brendan Fraser has, like, of course, whenever you think of him, you always go to The Mummy and stuff like that, or George of the Jungle. But when he wants to get into the dramatic territory, he could get into it well. And The Quiet American, he's terrific, and Michael Caine is great in this. I mean, really good little film. All right, we also got The Empress Club, which stars Kevin Kline, about a prep school teacher and his students at Fictional Boys Prep School, St. Benedict's Academy near Washington, D.C. It has a very young Paul Dano, a very young Jesse Eisenberg, a young Emil Hirsch, Patrick Dempsey's in this. Not a bad little film. Kevin Kline is great. I believe this was like Jesse Eisenberg's first feature, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. But it really showed how great of an actor Jesse Eisenberg is. Of course, he was great at he was great as Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, the guy is always great in everything I see him in. And yes, that includes Lex Luthor. I don't care what anyone says. I loved Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, but that's different time for another time. That aside, they're not a bad little film. I mean, a little forgettable, but really decent flick here. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Which of these films stand out to you the most? Most people probably say Life of Pi, but to me, the one that really stands out is actually Hitchcock, because that is, to me, out of those four films, Hitchcock is a better film than that was. And the 20-year one, I'm probably going to say Die Another Day, because, of course, it was Brosnan's final Bond movie and all, and it's a really decent one. Anyway, drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon signing off.